I feel like I'm capable of beating anybody that the team puts in front of me. You know, money's very important, but legacy is also important as well. I feel like I can't retire without fighting Inoue, so I need to get that fight before I do retire, and of course beat him and make the money and enjoy.
If we don't do it soon, we're probably going to miss the boat. I mean, you know, when we talked about the Inoue fight a year ago, Bam was at 115 pounds. He'd just come up from 112. You know, it looked like a bridge too far, you know, a step too far. Being at 118 and being one division away makes it much more realistic, but that was his first. You know, I know there's weight classes for a reason, but I don't think the step is too far for him at 122. But I do think it's a disadvantage for him against Naoya Inoue. I mean, it can only be when you're fighting a much bigger guy, and that's what he is. But Robert and Bam are going to have to weigh up.
He is in the upper echelon of all-time greats, and who's to say he's not still in his physical prime? And yet, when I look at Bam, I see a guy. Yeah, he might be able to do it. He's a little sharper boxer. Maybe he doesn't have quite the power. Maybe not even as explosive as Inoue, but I think he might have the sharp.
Anything besides the long limb thing that we talked about earlier, Max. At one time, I wasn't sure if I could see him beating the monster, but now I do. And this fight right here, what he's going to do to Vargas, in my opinion, this won't be the measure of that, because I just don't see him having no problems with Vargas at all.
Wait, you got to go up another weight class to fight Inoue, and Inoue has been a consistent puncher. Even though at this weight class, Inoue has not been the puncher, he's been at the lower weight classes. Bam is also a naturally smaller guy, so the power of Inoue, you would figure, would be something that Bam would feel if Inoue lands those big shots.
He's probably 50% of his capabilities is what you're seeing right now. And at 26 years of age, that is a frightening prospect. And that's why, when we talk about the Inoue fight, that's the gamble.
What happened in Arizona has completely changed the boxing world. Fans are now asking one big question. Has the most feared pound-for-pound fighter finally met someone who can challenge him?
I gotta tell you, Mike, Bam to me is the real deal, a complete fighter. I'm a sucker for southpaws, but especially southpaws with speed and technique and punching power and the attitude that he wants to apply all those gifts and acquired skills to hurt the other guy. I think Bam is going to look great, as he always does. Cop, what are you thinking?
Yeah, Max, I mean, Bam is obviously an incredible fighter. It's hard to find any one single flaw with his game, right? He has the balance, he has the jab, he has the punching power, the speed, and you have to remember, too, it's crazy to think, but he was a guy that nobody wanted to sign. He was fighting on top-rank undercards and PBC undercards, so he also has that chip on his shoulder, too, and I think it shows in every fight because he has a killer instinct. I think the only intrigue here is, does Bam carry that power to 118 in his debut, and I expect he will, and create more hype toward a hopeful showdown with the monster.
The atmosphere inside Desert Diamond Arena was intense when 26-year-old Jesse Bam Rodriguez stepped into the ring against Antonio Vargas. Moving up to the 118-pound bantamweight division was a huge risk, but Bam looked confident from the opening bell. By the fifth round, he had taken control of the fight. Rodriguez adjusted his movement, found the perfect angle, and landed a powerful left hook that dropped Vargas to the canvas. Vargas got back to his feet, but the damage was already done. Early in round 6, Bam closed the distance and landed a fast right-left combination that ended the fight instantly, becoming a 3-division world champion.
Yeah, everyone talk about your power, but you faced a bigger guy today, and you were touched a little bit, you know, compared to the last few fights. So did you feel his power?
I did. He had a bit more power than I expected, but you know, I was expecting that moving up to 118, a different weight class, more weight, bigger opponent. So I knew what I was going inside the ring, and I knew what to expect. So it was nothing out of the ordinary, but I did feel it.
Hey Bam, congrats again, another division, another belt, great performance, man. I know we're all playing matchmaker, so I'll tap the brakes on that a little bit. There was a local legend in the building today, a little guy who essentially set the stage for you guys. Michael Carbajal was here, and I talked to him, and he told me how proud he was of you. How does that feel, man, with somebody who's got a silver medal and the legacy that he's had, to say that he's here to see you and how proud he is of you to do what you're doing, not just in the industry, but specifically here in Phoenix?
Yeah, I think it's badass. I mean, Carvajal, he's a legend, especially in the smaller weight classes. He has some great fights. So the fact that he came here just to see me means a lot to me, and I'm glad that I was able to put on a good show.
However, the knockout victory also revealed a serious concern. During the early rounds, Vargas managed to expose weaknesses in Bam's defense. With good timing and patience, Vargas landed several clean right hands that clearly affected Rodriguez. After the fight, many analysts pointed this out. Vargas is respected for his skills, but he is not known as a dangerous knockout puncher. If he was able to hurt Bam, many people are wondering what could happen if a true power puncher lands those same shots.
What matters most to you? I mean, you know the money's going to be there, but I'm sure that there's a feeling that you want to win the fight. Did what happened tonight make you feel like my power will carry up and I can win that fight and secure my legacy?
I think so. I mean, I feel like I'm capable of beating anybody that the team puts in front of me. You know, money's very important, but legacy is also important as well. I feel like I can't retire without fighting Inoue, so I need to get that fight before I do retire and, of course, beat him and make the money. And
that question may be answered very soon because Bam is already targeting one of the biggest names in boxing. After the fight, DAZN's Chris Mannix asked Rodriguez if he was ready to face the undisputed super bantamweight champion, Naoya Inoue. Bam did not hesitate. Looking directly into the camera, he sent a strong message, saying he is ready for anyone at any time. His promoter, Eddie Hearn, then added even more excitement by telling the media that this mega fight is destined to happen. Hearn confidently stated that when the fight finally takes place, Bam will be the one leaving the ring victorious.
Lens of, is he ready for Inoue? First 4 rounds, maybe not, but the way he set up his power and then landed that power in the 5th and 6th round, does that convince you that he is all in for this fight?
Yeah, I mean, look, when you say, first 4 rounds, I mean, I think he was getting into the fight. Well, Vargas was fantastic. And I think, again, people don't talk about how good Antonio Vargas is. He was an Olympian, great fighter, world champion. But it was just a case of going through the gears. And these guys will talk about that in a minute. But as soon as they went through the gears, it was like watching Picasso. It's just pure art in there, pure ability and pure skill. And the big question was, will the power carry up to 118? I mean, that part of the question was well and truly answered tonight.
Eddie, Rafael Sanchez from Somos AC Sports. Last match in February, you say you love the crowd. Tonight, the crowd was fantastic. Can you predict maybe another fight before the end of the year?
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, that would be 3 here for us in 2026. Obviously, Nunes, Navarrete, Bam against Vargas. But this is one of the first places that we inquire, in Phoenix, what availability it has, because it doesn't matter where the fighter's from. You guys know your boxing, and you've always come out for Bam, and we've seen the crowd continuously rise. Don't forget that he boxed here for his first world championship, and that was on a week's notice. And we probably had, 1,500, and it's gone from there up 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, over 10,000 tonight. It's like, it's been a perfect journey.
What makes this situation even more interesting is what Bam himself is saying. Despite already winning world titles in multiple divisions and defeating top-level opponents, Rodriguez believes fans have seen less than half of his true potential. According to Bam, he is still improving and has not yet reached his peak as a fighter.
He said, look, Robert knows his fighters. What can you? I'm like, Kev, we really don't need a light flyweight. We got Chocolatito at the time. We were working with Estrada, Rungvisal. He's kind of like, just, and it was like, look, give him a shot. And I think the first one was Fresno, and he looked really good. And then it was just on. And then, to be honest with you, like the world title, he was co-main event on that card, and he stepped up 2 divisions on a week's notice to fight Quadras, to beat him, to become world champion. So I think since then, we've done an incredible job. But originally, we were kind of, thank God, bullied into it by Robert Garcia because we believe in his eye and he knows talent. So when he tells you you've got a very, very special young fighter, we believed him, but they still took that fight. If they hadn't taken that fight at a week's notice and stepped up 2 divisions, I don't think we'd be here today. Certainly not as quickly. So it's little moments like that where you have to take the leap of faith that you believe in someone. And since then, I mean, you know, even when he beat Quadras, we knew he was special. I didn't know he was this special. And every time, and what he said at the press conference this week was just so true. It's probably 50% of his capabilities is what you're seeing right now. And at 26 years of age, that is a frightening prospect. And that's why, when we talk about the Inoue fight, that's the gamble. We're going to get better.
His trainer, Robert Garcia, has already created a detailed plan for the future. Instead of rushing straight into a fight with Naoya Inoue, the team wants Bam to have one more important fight at bantamweight this October. The goal is to help his body fully adjust to the new weight class before moving up to 122 pounds and chasing a showdown with the Japanese superstar.